What's up, guys? This is Isham here, coming to you with a video. It's not about it's really not about anything about gaming or anything. It's not any WWE updates. It's basically about dreads. Today's talk is dread talk, and we're gonna talk about just regular dreads and the process and everything like that. And we're gonna talk about my journey and some products that I use, well, that I will future be using, and the shampoos and conditioners that I use. So stay tuned. So people currently been asking me, Ishmael, how long you had your dreads? I be like, well, 1 year and 1 year and about 3 months. This month be probably after this month it'll probably be like 4. I originally started March the 15th, I believe. Around that time, I had an afro and I did not know what I wanted to do with my hair. And I would just walk around and I hated constantly picking my hair. So I was like, I want something different. And one of my friends, my older friends, were like, well, you should get twist. I'm like, twist? What's that? And they were like, well, just put like, they do twisting your hair and stuff like that. And I was like, that sounds interesting. So I went ahead, we did the method, and I went down to my mom's friend's old school high school friend. She did my hair, and when she did it, it came out pretty okay. It took a long time because I had a lot of hair. As you can see from my 1 year update video, when I first got them, they had a lot of dreads on my head. But the original thing that happened was after I first got my set of dreads, I kept going, getting them retwisted. They kept coming out and it was irritating. But one day that we went to one day I had went, but before I went, I got in trouble with like grades and stuff, so I couldn't get them retwisted for at least 1 month or whatever. So my hair looked very terrible, and so I went to this other lady and she like just redid it all, and because there was no way that my hair was just gonna stay like that. And when she redid it, it came out looking like this pattern right here. It just came out looking like that, but it was a lot shorter, and I was okay with it. It was longer, and around that time, that was like my 3 or 4 months. And after that, I've been getting retwisted ever since. They didn't lock until I'll say January or February this year. I started after they got a little longer. I started getting them braided, but I've only had them braided 3 times. To be honest, I just hate braids. Braids are very irritating. I would rather prefer them just to be twisted and just them to hang out and stuff. For my shampoos and conditioner, well, I always switch up because it's whatever my mom's buys me. I started off using, Axe shampoo. Axe shampoo, it comes like a set. You go to Walmart, you get a set. It comes like a set. Or you can go to Dollar Tree and they got like dollar ones with a shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. I mean, either works good. I will be dyeing my tips next week. Probably in the weekend, because next week is the last week of school for us. So I'm gonna go down there and get a retwist soon, and then I'm gonna dye it with this color right here. This was I actually looked at a lot of dread videos, and this was actually scribed by Dreadhead DeCarlo. I would shout him out for this one, but he shot because he showed how he was doing the dyeing of his tip. So it's not the similar package, but it's mostly similar. It's Dark and Lovely, and it's like fade resistance. So I will be using that to dye the tips pretty soon. I always have that method in my head. Like you always have that method, like you want dreads like somebody else, you know. That's one thing I still get it. Like you just look at your dreads like, man, all these people got a lot of dreads on their head, and I'm sitting here with like what, at least 50, 60 on my head, you know. You always get that mentality, like I wish I had more dreads, you know. But you just gotta deal with your tape, you know what I'm saying? Most of my locks are locked in. I have like a couple that unraveled, and I have like a couple that just need to be locked in. Like I got one that's unraveled, like right here, like that's unraveled. You know, I don't know what happened with that, but I will get them retwisted again. I'm gonna start going more often. The last time I went was like at least 2 months ago, so I told my hairdresser I wanted to try to go at least 2 months without retwist and see what happens. And I did it, and it was like, now it's like I can't go. I can only go like one month. I'm never doing 2 months again. It's terrible. What I used to wear, I wear my head. I wear a head cap at night. Obviously, my hair's too short not to wear a head cap. I wear I wear like a wave cap. Like it's like a wave cap, but you just put it over your head. I stopped wearing do-rags. My hair's really too thick for wearing do-rags. Cause usually when you have like longer dreads, you can just pull your hair back when you put your headband on. But mine, you just gotta, when you put your head cap on, you gotta leave it this way. Cause it just, when you leave back, it just messes up your hair really bad, and you don't want to go to school looking ugly unless you wear a rubber band or something like that. Then you'll be all right. But that's my method about that part. It's really not much. Oh, I haven't told you. I use 2 types of leave-in conditioner, but I only have one with me right now, and this one right here. It's like a lemongrass rosemary. Originally it was my sister's, but I started using leave-in conditioner because my hair would start to smelling bad. Well, it wouldn't smell bad, but it would have a smell to it, and I want my hair to have a smell to it, because I don't want people just to come up to me and be like sniffing my hair and be like, your hair doesn't smell, and I'm like, you know, I want that fresh smell to my head. That's it makes you feel relieved. I can't wait till my dreads get a little longer, because that would probably be the best thing to me, because, well, I've never groomed dreads, so it was like, you know, seeing them have long hair is like really crazy. When I first did my YouTube video, I had an afro. If you go all the way down there, you would see it. That's really the method of how I started. Nobody really wanted me to have dreads. That is the most honest opinion. When you first get dreads, it's really rough, because when you first get them done, you're gonna look terrible. Like, you're just gonna look like worms on your head, or they're just gonna like big polka dots. When I first got them, I got made fun of so many times. It was terrible, and then I didn't stop getting made fun of about my dreads until this first year of middle of high school, 9th grade. I didn't get really made fun of my dreads anymore, because they were starting to come in peace. They were starting to get longer. Like in the beginning of the school year, it was like right here. It was like right here, and I was like right here. So it was like I made some progress, but I feel like my hair grows a little slow. But after the summer's over, it would probably be a little longer. Probably be like right to here or something like that. When it gets like to at least right here, then I would start being a little happier, because I just want my hair to get longer and grow more. That's one of my ambitions. That's really much about it. A lot of people have been cutting their locks. And I advise a lot of people, if you really truly want dreads, then go for it. You know what I'm saying? Get somebody that can do them, and and like in the beginning stage, you always gotta have that some person to do them, because you don't want to mess up. I personally don't do my hair because I knew I would mess up really badly, and personally, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do this by myself. I'm gonna have my own hairdresser do it because I believe I would mess up, and I don't want my results to come out bad. But this was just a video about dreads and the main what I do and stuff. I could talk about how to keep them up. Make sure you wash them at least twice a week, or at least more, because you're gonna end up getting flakes, or it's gonna get nasty, and you're gonna be upset about it. Please wear a head cap. People, I can understand why a lot of people don't wear head caps, but first of all, when you don't wear a head cap and you have new growth like this, see all this new growth right here, and you're sleeping without a head cap, your new growth is gonna tug and it's going to break off. I'm telling you, people don't listen to me, but I'm telling you, when you don't wear a head cap, your dread is going, your piece of your hair, all this piece of your hair is going to tug off and it's going to fall. And there's no doubt about it. You're going to lose dreads. That's my honest opinion. When you don't wear your head cap, you're going to eventually lose dreads. If you sleep wild, wear a head cap. I can understand for the people that don't sleep wild and you just sleep at that one position like all night. But for everybody else that sleeps like me, wear a head cap, because I'm telling you, you're going to lose dreads. You're going to lose about 4 or 5 until you realize you need to wear a head cap, because a lot of people are stubborn. But wear a head cap. Make sure you go every month or so. When they're not locked in, go every 2 weeks. But if they're locked in, go every month or so, because you want to save. If you want to save money, if you can go every 2 weeks, then go ahead. My other tip is to not get it braided so much. When you get it braided, she's retwisting and she's pulling it back. She's pulling it back to keep pulling into braided. If you get it braided so much time, if you get it braided so many times, it's going to just break it's just gonna thin out your dread, the roots of your dread. It's gonna thin it out. If you look at people like Wale and 2 Chainz, their dreads are thinning out the roots. The roots of their dreads are thinning out because they're getting braided too much, and that's not good for the dreads. I'd rather prefer you to wear a ponytail or let it hang out, because that's the best option you got right now. I'm not saying dreads, the braids are bad, but I'm just saying that's one way, not to lose any hair, just to not get that many braids, not getting many braid-ins. Second of all, I wouldn't convince you to dye your hair in an early stage. Wait till they get locked in officially. Then, see, I know I don't have many. I know I have a lot locked in, and I have a couple that's not locked in. But I can majority dye my tips because, it's not gonna affect the ones. Because mostly the ones that are not locked in, you cannot see. Look at this. You cannot see that because it's covered by other locks that are locked in. So it's like nobody. When you look at me, you're not gonna notice any locks that are not locked in. But that's just my obviously tip about that. And just take care of your hair, man. I'm telling you, people shouldn't take their dreads for granted, because if you take your dreads for granted, you're gonna end up messing them up. Make sure when you wash your hair, stay up and let it dry, or get a dryer to dry it. You don't want to go to sleep with wet hair, because then you're gonna get mildew, or it's just gonna be terrible. It's gonna leave a lot of you can catch mold from that. You can catch any type of thing like that from that. Just be careful. Make sure you use the right shampoos, and make sure you put actual. I would prefer you to use leave-in conditioner instead of the conditioner, just regular washing conditioner, because it leaves your hair more fully, and when you wake up in the morning, it won't be as dry. I don't use oils. But you can use oils. I'm not saying you can't use oils. Don't use too much, because you don't want to mess up your hair. one thing that's really cool that I recently just figured out: if you stay in the sun very long, like a lot of times, your hair starts to get really brown. And if you're looking for that color, like if you don't want to pay for getting your dreads dyed, then go in the sun more often, and then the tips and everything, all the hair will just die right in from the sun radiation. And if you can do that, you know, go way forward. I should do a 360 on my dreads, just to show y'all the length. Let me see. For the video. It's not that long, though. You know, this side view. Both some of the sides are very different. This side's a lot shorter than this side, as you can tell. My bottom bag is not officially locked because when I first got my dreads, I had a tint fade on the sides, like right here and right back here. So all that had to grow, and that was terrible. But I had to go with it. I don't really think about interlocking none of my dreads, but the ones that are not locked in. But you know, I might as well just let it keep me twisting until, you know, she always braids the back. She doesn't braid anything on the front. She just braids the back for the ones that are not locked in, so they'll lock in. But that's just my opinion about it. If you can't get dreads, then grow them when you get older. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's gonna let you grow dreads. Not everybody's gonna have the money to afford to get dreads. But if you can grow them ahead. That's at the end of my convo about dread talk. I would probably post some more videos, but not any videos about dreads anytime soon. But maybe about when I dye them. That's about it, or when I get retwist. But like and comment, subscribe. Shouts out to everybody that has dreads out there. HMC is out.